Should you get Ittle Dew? The gaming world, as some have bemoaned, is flooded with gray and brown, grim and serious first-person shooter dystopias, and many games aim for that aesthetic, to the point that it often feels that when you've seen one, you've seen them all. So when I saw Ittle Dew listed on Steam with its bright colors and a wonderful Wind Waker-esque art style, I took notice. I took a moment to watch the trailer and found myself drawn in by how fun and pleasant the art and the color and the humor were, and by how much it reminded me of the classic Zelda gameplay I love. It was one of those wonderful moments when a game has that little quality, that certain little shine and polish that catches your eye and makes you sit up and pay attention when you would otherwise pass on. I've since had the opportunity to play the game, and I'll tell you now, it does not disappoint. The story is simple and never takes itself too seriously. Ittle Dew is a young girl with a thirst for adventure, and with her companion Tipsy, a fox with fairy wings addicted to health potions, she finds herself a castaway on a mysterious island teeming with strange creatures and puzzles to solve. The best way I can describe those first few minutes when you start up the game is that it made me think of the classic Nintendo games. It just has that polished feeling, that wonderful sense that you're not using a piece of software, but that a little world is being brought to life. Ittle Dew learns from the local shopkeeper that she'll need to retrieve the artifact in order for him to build a raft to get her off the island, and so she sets off exploring the island for the money to buy the tools she'll need to advance. Ittle Dew is controlled from an overhead perspective and fights enemies with a stick and later a sword. Combat is never difficult and is far from the focus of the game. Rather, gameplay focuses on solving puzzles. There are only a few elements to the puzzles, and you only ever get 4 tools to solve them with. However, combining those tools and the elements you use them on opens up increasingly difficult challenges. This is much of the game's strength. The actions a specific tool can perform are clearly defined. The sword can light things on fire and destroy enemies. The ice wand can freeze things. The portal wand can create blocks and teleport objects to them. These tools can be used individually or in conjunction on the objects in the world. Bombs can be detonated, destroying walls. Blocks can be pushed onto switches. Torches can be lit or put out. Ice blocks will slide across the ground, etc. The world behaves in a way that is very simple and clearly defined, yet presents ample opportunity for challenging gameplay. It is precisely the simplicity and clarity of how everything in the game world works that makes everything so satisfying. Again, it's much the same quality the Zelda games possess. Simple actions like swinging your sword, stepping on a switch, or just moving around the game world just feel very satisfying and pure, if you understand what I mean. When combined with a hand-drawn art style, the gorgeous animation, the humorous dialogue, and likable characters, it altogether creates an experience that to me just clicks in a wonderful way. Nothing feels out of place, extraneous, overdone, underdone, or unnecessary, yet at the same time I get the impression there is a lot of potential here, and I'm genuinely excited to see where the developers will take this game next. To summarize, Ittle Dew is like playing through an episode of an animated TV show. It's wonderfully colorful and pleasant in tone and humor, and genuinely challenging at times, but never too frustrating. It's terribly short, however, even if you do decide to complete the bonus dungeon, and you should too. In a world where so many games bog you down with numbers and stats and are so grim in tone, I found it deeply refreshing to play a game as simple, lighthearted, and so charmingly colorful, fun, and satisfying as Ittle Dew. By all means, you should get this game.